Did you know that some of the biggest health threats to seniors happen silently, without warning, until it's too late? Imagine waking up one morning, checking in on a loved one, and realizing that something is terribly wrong. No obvious symptoms, no cries for help, just a sudden, heartbreaking loss. It's a devastating reality for many families. But what if you could prevent it? The truth is, death isn't always unpredictable. The body often gives subtle warning signs, signals that something dangerous is brewing beneath the surface. The problem? These signs are easy to miss. A little fatigue, a moment of dizziness, an ache in the leg. Things that seem harmless but could be red flags for life-threatening conditions. That's why in today's video, we're breaking down 5 common but overlooked causes of sudden death in the elderly, and more importantly, how to prevent them. Whether it's a silent heart attack, a hidden blood clot, or a seemingly minor infection, knowing what to look for can mean the difference between early intervention and tragedy. If you have an aging parent, grandparent, or even if you're thinking about your own health, this information could be life-saving. Stay with us until the end, because even one small tip could protect you or someone you love. And if you believe more people need to hear this, take a moment to like and subscribe. It's a simple way to help spread awareness and save lives. Now, let's dive in. 1. Silent heart attacks. Most people picture a heart attack as a dramatic event, clutching the chest, struggling to breathe, collapsing to the ground. But what if a heart attack happened without any of those signs? What if it came and went without you even realizing it? This is the unsettling reality of silent heart attacks, which account for nearly half of all heart attacks, according to research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. Unlike the classic, crushing chest pain we expect, silent heart attacks whisper their warning signs, subtle, easy to dismiss, and often mistaken for something minor. You start the day feeling unusually sluggish, but convince yourself it's just a bit of lost sleep. Climbing the stairs leaves you unusually breathless, but you blame it on aging. A strange, dull ache lingers in your back or jaw, but it disappears after a while, so you move on. These seemingly harmless symptoms could be the body's quiet cry for help, a sign that blood flow to the heart is restricted and damage is occurring. Without intervention, a silent heart attack can weaken the heart over time, increasing the risk of heart failure or a more severe attack later on. So, how do you protect yourself or a loved one? The first step is awareness, knowing that heart attacks don't always announce themselves with dramatic symptoms. If you or someone you care about experiences unexplained fatigue, shortness of breath with minimal exertion, or mild but persistent discomfort in the back, neck, arms, or stomach, it's crucial to take these signs seriously. Many people dismiss them, thinking, "It's nothing serious, I'll be fine." But when it comes to heart health, waiting can be dangerous. Prevention starts with regular heart checkups, especially for those with high blood pressure, diabetes, or high cholesterol. 3 major risk factors for silent heart attacks. Routine screenings, such as electrocardiograms, ECGs, and blood tests, can catch underlying heart issues before they become life-threatening. Beyond medical checkups, daily habits play a huge role in protecting the heart. A balanced diet rich in whole foods, light but consistent exercise, and stress management techniques like meditation or deep breathing can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease. Above all, listen to your body. If something feels off, even if it's mild, don't ignore it. Getting checked early can be the difference between a manageable condition and an irreversible crisis. Heart attacks don't always come with alarms. Sometimes they arrive in silence. But with the right awareness and action, you can stay ahead of them. 2. Postural hypotension and falls. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and stand up. Suddenly, the room spins. Your vision blurs. Your knees buckle. Before you know it, you're on the floor, struggling to get back up. In young people, the immune system is usually strong enough to fight off infections before they become serious. But in older people, it can be a sign of postural hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when moving from sitting or lying down to standing, and the consequences can be serious. A fall can result in a broken bone, head injury, or hip fracture, injuries that can lead to long-term hospitalization, loss of independence, and even life-threatening complications like infections or blood clots. Why does this happen? The body's ability to regulate blood pressure slows with age, making it harder to adjust when changing positions. Certain medications, like those for high blood pressure, diabetes, or fluid retention, can worsen the problem, as can dehydration, which is surprisingly common among older adults. Unlike younger individuals who feel thirsty when they need fluids, seniors may not always recognize the early signs of dehydration, putting them at greater risk for dizziness and falls. But here's the good news: falls are preventable. The first step is recognizing the signs of postural hypotension. If you or a loved one frequently experiences lightheadedness, blurred vision, or weakness upon standing, don't ignore it. Talk to a doctor about adjusting medications or evaluating underlying health conditions. Small daily habits can make a big difference. Rising slowly, especially in the morning, gives the body time to adjust. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day keeps blood pressure stable, even if you don't feel thirsty. And simple balance exercises, like standing on one foot or walking heel to toe, can strengthen stability and reduce the risk of falls. Beyond that, creating a safe environment is essential. Removing loose rugs, improving lighting, and installing grab bars in bathrooms can turn a home into a safer space. And if dizziness or balance problems persist, a physical therapist can provide tailored exercises to improve strength and coordination. A single fall can change everything, but it doesn't have to. By taking a proactive approach, you can protect yourself or a loved one from the dangers of postural hypotension and stay steady on your feet. 3. Deep vein thrombosis. Some health risks develop silently, showing little to no warning signs until they become life-threatening. One such danger can form deep inside the body, often mistaken for something harmless. Imagine sitting for hours on a long flight, during a road trip, or simply watching TV, feeling only mild discomfort in your leg. It seems like nothing more than stiffness. But what if that ache is a sign of something far more serious? This is how deep vein thrombosis often begins, without warning. A blood clot forms deep in the veins, usually in the legs, and may cause swelling, warmth, or redness. But here's the frightening part. In many cases, there are no symptoms at all. The clot remains unnoticed until it breaks loose, travels through the bloodstream, and reaches the lungs, causing a pulmonary embolism, a life-threatening condition that can block oxygen flow and lead to sudden death within minutes. Research published in the New England Journal of Medicine suggests that deep vein thrombosis contributes to up to 100,000 deaths each year in the U.S., making it a critical, yet often overlooked health concern. But deep vein thrombosis isn't just a random occurrence. Certain factors increase the risk, including prolonged immobility, recent surgery, underlying medical conditions, and dehydration. Seniors, in particular, face a higher risk due to slower circulation and an increased likelihood of taking medications that affect blood clotting. The key to preventing deep vein thrombosis lies in movement and hydration. If you sit for long periods, whether working at a desk, taking a long flight, or watching TV, make it a habit to stand up and move every hour. Even small movements, like flexing your feet or stretching your legs, can help keep blood flowing and reduce the risk of clot formation. Staying well hydrated is just as crucial. Dehydration thickens the blood, making clots more likely to form. Many older adults don't feel thirsty as often, but drinking enough water throughout the day is a simple yet powerful way to reduce the risk of deep vein thrombosis. For those at higher risk, additional precautions can provide added protection. Compression stockings help improve circulation by applying gentle pressure to the legs, reducing swelling and preventing blood from pooling. If you have a history of blood clots or are undergoing surgery, your doctor may recommend blood thinners or other preventive measures to keep your circulation healthy. The danger of deep vein thrombosis is real, but with awareness and simple lifestyle adjustments, you can take control of your health. A small habit, like standing up regularly or drinking more water, can make all the difference in preventing a life-threatening clot. If you've stayed with me this far, I hope this information has given you valuable insight into the hidden risks many don't talk about. If you found these warnings helpful, please subscribe and share this with someone who needs to be aware. Now, let's continue. 4. Uncontrolled infections. It often starts with something small, a scratch that doesn't heal, a persistent cough, or a mild fever that lingers longer than expected. At first, it may not seem like cause for concern, but for older adults, even minor infections can take a dangerous turn, leading to a life-threatening condition known as sepsis. Unlike sudden medical emergencies such as heart attacks or strokes, sepsis develops gradually, often giving little warning until it becomes critical. For younger individuals, the immune system is usually strong enough to fight off infections before they escalate. However, as the body ages, its ability to combat bacteria and viruses weakens. Chronic conditions such as diabetes, kidney disease, or lung disorders further increase vulnerability, making it easier for an infection to spread unchecked. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, sepsis is one of the leading causes of hospitalization and death among older adults in the United States. Yet it remains widely misunderstood and frequently overlooked. One of the greatest challenges in detecting sepsis is that its early symptoms often resemble everyday ailments: fatigue, fever, chills, or an increased heart rate. In some cases, confusion or disorientation may be the first sign that something is seriously wrong. Family members or caregivers may assume these changes are part of the natural aging process, when in reality, they could be warning signs of a developing infection that requires immediate medical attention. Certain infections are particularly dangerous for seniors. Urinary tract infections are a leading cause of sepsis in older adults, especially those with diabetes, since high blood sugar levels create an environment where bacteria thrive. Pneumonia is another common culprit, as respiratory infections can quickly become severe in individuals with weakened lung function. Even a seemingly minor wound, like a pressure sore from prolonged bed rest, can turn into a serious threat if bacteria enter the bloodstream. The key to preventing sepsis lies in early intervention. Any infection that persists, worsens, or causes sudden behavioral changes should not be ignored. Seeking medical attention promptly can mean the difference between a routine illness and a life-threatening emergency. Staying up to date with vaccinations, including flu and pneumonia shots, also provides essential protection against infections that can lead to sepsis. Beyond medical precautions, simple lifestyle choices can strengthen the immune system and lower infection risks. Eating a nutrient-rich diet, staying hydrated, getting adequate rest, and properly managing chronic conditions all contribute to the body's ability to fight off illness. For caregivers, paying attention to subtle changes, like increased confusion, extreme fatigue, or a lack of appetite, can be the first step in catching an infection before it spirals out of control. While sepsis is a serious condition, it is also preventable. Recognizing early warning signs and taking swift action can protect both health and quality of life. 5. Medication mismanagement. Taking medication is a daily habit, so routine it often feels as automatic as that first sip of morning coffee. But for older adults managing multiple health conditions, Even a small mistake can have serious consequences. Missing a dose, doubling up by accident, or mixing the wrong medications can trigger dangerous side effects: dizziness, internal bleeding, heart complications, or even life-threatening emergencies. What seems like a simple slip-up can quickly spiral into a medical crisis, making proper medication management not just important, but essential for safety and well-being. Medication errors are more common than you might think. The World Health Organization reports that medication mistakes cause over 1 million injuries in the U.S. each year, with seniors being the most vulnerable. As people age, their bodies process medications differently, making even small miscalculations dangerous. Accidentally skipping a dose of blood pressure medication can trigger a sudden spike in blood pressure, increasing the risk of a stroke. Taking an extra dose of insulin or diabetes medication could lead to dangerously low blood sugar, resulting in confusion, fainting, or even a coma. And combining the wrong drugs, like blood thinners and aspirin, can lead to internal bleeding, which may go unnoticed until it's too late. For many seniors, managing medication can feel overwhelming. The sheer number of prescriptions, along with over-the-counter drugs and supplements, creates a complicated puzzle that's easy to misinterpret. Some older adults may forget whether they've already taken a dose, while others might intentionally skip medications due to side effects, cost concerns, or simply feeling better and assuming they no longer need them. Unfortunately, these small lapses in routine can have life-threatening consequences. Medication mismanagement is entirely preventable with the right strategies. Keeping an updated medication list, including dosages, frequency, and potential interactions, is one of the best ways to stay organized. Bringing this list to doctor's appointments ensures that all healthcare providers are aware of what's being taken, reducing the risk of harmful drug interactions. Pharmacists can also be valuable allies, offering guidance on how and when to take medications properly. For those who struggle with remembering doses, a pill organizer can make all the difference. Some even come with alarms to provide reminders throughout the day. In more complex cases, caregivers can play a crucial role in ensuring medications are taken correctly, either by assisting directly or by setting up a structured routine. It's also essential to be cautious with over-the-counter drugs and supplements. Just because something is available without a prescription doesn't mean it's safe to take with existing medications. Even common pain relievers, antacids, or herbal supplements can interfere with prescriptions and cause unexpected side effects. Always consult a doctor or pharmacist before adding anything new to your medication routine. Medication should improve health, not endanger it. With careful management, clear communication with healthcare providers, and a little organization, the risk of medication errors can be significantly reduced. As we wrap up our discussion on these hidden dangers, it's important to remember that knowledge is power. The more we understand about these risks, the better we can protect ourselves and our loved ones. Taking small steps today, whether scheduling a checkup, reviewing medications, or simply paying closer attention to symptoms, can make all the difference in ensuring a longer, healthier life. After exploring these silent but serious health risks, one thing is clear. While aging comes with challenges, it doesn't mean losing control over your well-being. The good news is that most of these dangers, whether it's deep vein thrombosis, uncontrolled infections, medication mismanagement, or other hidden threats, can be prevented with awareness, proactive care, and simple lifestyle adjustments. Listening to your body is one of the most powerful steps you can take. Subtle symptoms like fatigue, swelling, dizziness, or confusion may seem minor, but can signal something more serious. Paying attention to these early warning signs and seeking medical advice promptly can make all the difference. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle also plays a crucial role in prevention. Regular movement, a balanced diet, and staying hydrated help keep the body strong and resilient. Small daily habits, such as standing up every hour, Drinking enough water and organizing medications properly may seem simple but can significantly reduce health risks over time. Perhaps the most important step is staying proactive with medical care. Regular checkups, timely vaccinations, and open conversations with healthcare providers ensure that potential issues are caught early, before they become life-threatening. Which of these health concerns stood out the most to you? Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And if you found this valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with someone who might benefit from it. Together, we can create a healthier future.